So today we're going to be talking about Aspire's discipline concern as well as the plan for implementation and improving this concern. So right now that we know that we have over the last 5 years, we have noticed that there has been an incline in suspensions as well as the number of referrals that we're seeing from year to year. So to combat that, we're going to be talking about 3 key points that are going to help us in making sure that we start seeing a decline in the number of suspensions per year as well as the decrease in the number of referrals that we're seeing from year to year. So the first thing that I want to talk about is just the overall referrals that we're seeing. So just from 2012 to 2013, to the 2013-2014 school year, we're seeing about a 30% decline in the overall number of referrals. However, when we break that down into suspensions, we have witnessed a great deal more of suspensions that are occurring. And looking at that data, we see that there are primarily 2 big concerns with those suspensions. So students are either talking, laughing, shouting, and other inappropriate types of communications, or they're just completely not following the teacher's instructions. And so because of those discipline concerns, they're coming to the administrative team on more than one occurrence, and then are being sent home and suspended for the remainder of the day based on those actions. When we look at referrals by grade level, we notice that we have a bigger increase with middle school students. So those students that are in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, they're being suspended and written up far more than our K-5 students. And we also notice that most of these infractions are occurring in the classroom, in the general ed classroom. And as well that most of these students are male students that are having the situations of being suspended more than our female students. We also notice that there is a big increase around specific times in the day for these infractions happening. So we notice around 2 to 3 o'clock, right as the day is ending, that our students are eliciting more bad behaviors, as well as around 9 o'clock. So overall, though, that we have witnessed over 300 days out of school that our students are serving out of school each year for the 2013-2014 school year. In order to solve these, we have 3 key factors that we've discussed and that we're really going to be monitoring in the 2014-2015 school year. And so I'm just going to go over those quickly. The 3 points are providing more professional development for our staff members. Secondly, we're going to create, model, and observe creative and engaging student lessons, as well as create a bank for teachers to share their creative lessons. So we know that these are meaningful, engaging lessons for every teacher to use. And then thirdly, we're going to establish a discipline committee that will track student referrals and infractions, and as well as create incentives for the students to be more proactive in their own discipline. So now that we've highlighted those 3 areas, I'm going to go into more detail with those 3 areas. So for the first one, the staff development, what we would like to see happen for the 2014-2015 school year is, for one, we're going to invest in training teachers on the CHAMP system. So this CHAMP system is going to be very procedural based and help students understand what the expectations are for the classroom. So an idea of CHAMPS is that C stands for conversation, H stands for how will students ask for help, A stands for the activity that's being asked of them to do, M is going to be for movement, and P is for participation. So if a student needs to get up, is doing independent work, I would champ it out as such. So conversation level during this activity is that you are going to be at a level 0, which means that we're not going to be talking. If you need help from the teacher during this time, you're going to raise your hand. The activity is independent work. M, movement, there will not be any movement during this time. P, participation. I know you're participating in the activity because you're working silently, your hand is moving and you're writing, and you're completing your worksheet or your journal. Secondly, with the PD that we're offering, so not only are we going to offer champs, but we're also going to send our students to capture, or not our students, our staff to capturing kids' hearts. So this is a behavioral technique to help teachers understand our students and where they're coming from. So the big thing here is that capturing kids' hearts is made by the Flipping group, and it's going to it's really about capturing a child's heart before you capture their mind, and how you treat children. So understanding how you treat students, and that you're not going to yell at them, but you're going to build that relationship and that foundation with them, we believe that we're going to see this decline in number of referrals and suspensions. And capturing kids' hearts has been around for a while, and a lot of our other NHA schools have invested in the Flipping group and the capturing kids' hearts process, and we know that they have seen a decline in the number of referrals and suspensions, and so we're going to make sure that we stay true to this process and send our teachers there and really develop them and monitor the implementation of capturing kids' hearts. As well, so that was goal number 1, is really just PD, professional development for our staff. Our second goal is going to be the lesson bank. So we really want to highlight those teachers that are creating those meaningful and engaging lessons for students, and we want to create a wealth of bank for these teachers to share this knowledge. So we're going to have reverse observations where our novice teachers are going to come in and see our master teachers, and we're going to do this on a very frequent basis. And the determination of the frequency is really just based on how much this novice teacher needs to see this master teacher, and the deans and the administrative team will really monitor that and make sure that it's happening, as well as giving those teachers time to discuss the lesson, so the novice teacher can hear how that master teacher developed that lesson and the thought process behind it to really create these engaging, powerful lessons for our whole staff. Another thing that we want to do is just to make sure that the collaboration is happening, and we are building professional learning communities at Aspire. So that was the second goal. The last goal is really just tracking the discipline data, and this is going to be taken on by our team leads, by the administration team, by teachers, by all stakeholders. We want everybody to just engage in the discipline data and just really understand, this is where we've been, and see where our future is going to take us. And to do so, we're going to create a committee of all the stakeholders that want to be involved to develop and track our student discipline. And not only track it, but if we meet a goal, so if we have, if we've laid out that we want to be under 30 referrals a month, then we're going to celebrate that and create incentives and rewards for our students, such as dress down days, such as a colorful shoe day, or an ice cream social, just something to make them want to do better and really celebrate themselves for doing a good job. We're also going to be posting our expectations everywhere in our building, so students will understand what the hallway expectation is, what the bathroom expectation is, and the procedures for those. And the teachers will be responsible to champ those out with the students daily. And lastly, we just really want to develop that PBS system, that positive behavior reward system for our students, and celebrate all the positive interactions with our students and our staff. And we believe by these 3 things, by really highlighting our positive behavior reward systems, by professionally giving our staff better professional development, and really celebrating those professional learning communities within Aspire, that we're going to see the decline and decrease in the number of referrals and the total number of suspensions that we've seen year to year. Alright, so if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and thank you again for coming to our meeting this evening. Thank you and have a good night.